Our healthcare system relies on a diverse network of dedicated professionals, each playing an essential part in improving our community's well-being. Spencerian College will help you find a place in this network of care. Whether you want to work directly with patients or a behind-the-scenes role, such as a medical lab tech, we'll prepare you for a career that is vital and rewarding. Spencerian College, educating a new network of care.
Time out for UK Healthcare. A competitive swimmer gets back to her sport thanks to Shriners Medical Center and UK Healthcare.
My name's Eleanor Clifton.
And I'm Missy Clifton, Eleanor's mother.
I had a labrum hip tear, and for about 2 years I had it until I got Dr. Duncan to look at it, and he said I needed surgery.
The recommendation, hip arthroscopy, a non-invasive procedure performed at Shriners Children's Hospital by UK Healthcare surgeons.
We used to treat this type of condition with a much larger operation, a bigger incision on the side part of the hip, and it would take on average 6 months to a year to recover. Now, by being able to do it through a scope, we're able to get people back to their sport generally by about 3 months.
We had her at UK physical therapy 48 hours later.
Speaking specifically about Eleanor's program, we have a hip rehabilitation protocol that's evidence-based protocol, research protocol that we kind of use as a framework.
UK doctors who practice at Shriners Hospital for Children did Eleanor's surgery while her rehab was at UK. Soon, collaboration will be even easier when the new Shriners Medical Center opens on the UK Healthcare campus in May 2017.
The benefit to our patients will be that they will receive the outpatient care they need in the state-of-the-art brand new facility, Shriners Hospitals for Children Medical Center. If they need an inpatient hospitalization, our medical staff will admit them to Kentucky Children's Hospital.
After 4 months, I'm fully back to swimming.
Last time I saw her, she was going to be getting ready to go back into her sport, and hopefully she should be ready to go back into competition any day now.
UK Healthcare, that's why we're here.
We're here at house number 1. We're going to surprise Lauren with tickets to the show, a cake, thanks to the bakery at Sullivan, and of course, these guys.
Hi. Let's start living dangerously.
Oh, that's a... Did you hear that? Those are massive. Lauren, what's happening?
Nothing.
Say hello to DNC.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Good.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're at house number 2. Kate is about to have her mind blown. DNC's gonna hook up with the cake, tickets to the show, and hopefully no dogs.
Just pick a house, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, let's just start knocking on doors. Let's go.
Okay, you're going to the center now, of course.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, this is winner number 3. It's not a house, it's actually a daycare. So it's Faith. We're gonna actually give her the cake right now.
Hey. I hope you like it. Yes.
All right, we're all done. 3 winners, 3 cakes, 6 tickets to see these guys tonight. The revival tour at the Yum Center. It's gonna be epic. DNC, thank you so much. 98.9 Radio now. The bakery at Sullivan. We're out. Now we're gonna find out how to get that money.
Our restaurant's called Super Chefs. We opened our 3rd location about 2 months ago. and it's a superhero concept restaurant where we combine like creativity with like simplicity. Like we really do simple food, but we played it in a way that you wouldn't think it was simple. It's a real fun concept that we created that really just highlighted what we loved and the kind of food we like to do, but the kind of presentation that we want to do.
I'm Rodney White, Sullivan graduate 2008. I got my associate's degree in culinary arts. One of the best experiences of my life. I definitely appreciate Sullivan being small. You can ask the instructors anything you wanted. I enjoyed, my favorite class was actually international. That was my favorite class. I love just kind of it's like traveling the world without going anywhere. So that was my favorite class to take.
I'd have to say the Sullivan experience for me really started once I understood like we were there to use Sullivan. That's when it changed for me, and I started to understand what Sullivan was there for. Like once I got everything Sullivan had to offer, then that's when I started, once I started to understand that they're there to be there after work. As far as the instructors are, they want you to be there on Plus Fridays. They want you to ask them as many questions. They want you to use every single bit of information they have and get it out of them.
Sullivan was more than just a school. It kind of became more of a family. I was very welcome with open arms. I loved all my instructors. I had fun with them. I enjoyed the conversations. Even now to this day, I can go back and still talk with them, ask them questions.
Yeah, me and my business partner, we think alike, but we are total opposites, which is the best thing about it, because he graduated from Sullivan as well. And we both got a culinary standpoint, but he respects where I'm at. I'm like a food only. Like I want to be a fantastic chef. I want to be the best at whatever I'm doing cooking wise. He's more, he got his clothing line he does, a chef wear line he does. You know, he does more of the managing and things like that, to where me, I'm more on menu creation, menu designs, and things like that, so and we don't clash.
Well, I started Chef to Impress about a year ago, and the whole concept behind it is I did not like looking like my other chefs. With your food, there's always an identity behind it. With the jackets, I kind of feel like you should have that same thrill behind it, same look. Whether you're more of a fancy, colorful person, your jacket should showcase that. I feel like if you look good while you're cooking, you feel a little more confident. You don't mind being in the kitchen. You're very mindful of not getting so dirty so fast because you don't want to mess up your nice jacket. I do want to go back and finish my bachelor's degree in finances.
Or even when I'm done now, like being able to go back and still talk to the instructors, even though I'm not paying tuition as part of my Sullivan experience. Like being able to understand that Sullivan didn't stop the doors once I graduated.
Let's go make a little history and get the Abraham Lincoln Bridge open.
I grew up riding mini bikes, dirt bikes, had my motorcycle license permit whenever I got my driver's license, so been riding since I could.
I started riding when I was 10. I started with a little Honda 50 my father bought me. My brother and I rode that. Went to 125, a little bit bigger, and then ever since then I was always riding on the back of the bikes. Always loved the freedom of just being on the back, even on the back of the bike. It just felt good.
A biker's always riding out of town, always riding with the fellas, and always enjoying the wonderful highways and the people on the highway, and it just gives you freedom.
Bikers, I guess people try to say, are like more like in a gang or wear leather or whatnot, but I mean, I've got leathers too. I mean, we're all the same. So it's just a matter of how you want to classify yourself. I think you find a lot of motorcyclists more as for sport, maybe. The motocross riders, that type of thing, is more of a sport.
Whole lot of females ride. You don't see too many doubles no more. All of them got their own bike.
I just decided, I was like, that's it. I'm tired of being the one on the back. I'm going to own up and get my own. And I bought me a Honda 600 was my first one. And now this is the 1000RR, which is a little bit more power.
Everybody got different opinion about different bikes. And it's all what they want. And they're all going to drive about Harley, all going to drive about BMW.
You know, the popular motorcycle is a Harley Davidson. Some people think if you're not riding a Harley, you're not riding a motorcycle. I don't know, I'm torn on that, even though I have a Harley. You know, dress-wise, any t-shirt I've bought that has Harley Davidson on it, I've rode my motorcycle there.
6 years ago, I started riding on street bikes, which we consider this a street bike. I think you get the fact that you get those cruisers in there, and that's what they're there to enjoy the scenery, a lot more long distance rides. I got friends that go all the way across the country. I got some friends going to Alaska, and they're not going to be doing it on this bike, this type of bike anyway.
I ride with a club called Four Horsemen. I know most of them, they was coming up. And now I'm an old man with them. They call me old man.
Well, probably the most common get-together is bike nights. Different venues around town will have a bike night. Tuesday night, Kingfisher and Jeff has a bike night.
And it's more peaceful too. And everybody getting along. Matter of fact, I have a friend named Tom. He's a Christian bike rider. And he hang around with all the clubs. And he's a good man. He come by and see me every now and then. But other than that, it's a sport that, it's a nice sport, but it also is dangerous too.
I don't care if I'm going down to the grocery to grab something, I wear my helmet at all times. Jacket sometimes not, but I'm a big stickler with the lid because that'll save your life. I've got stickers on mine that even tell people do not remove my helmet until EMS arrives.
Safety tips, there's a lot of talk about helmets, no helmet, helmet laws. I'm the type of person, it's personal preference. If I want to wear a helmet or not, it's up to me. It's, you know, it's my safety. No one else needs to worry about that.
There are some like that. I was too. But when you fall a couple times and hit a car head on sometimes, it really saves your life.
Well, and I always tell my friends, always look twice. You never know how fast we're going. I've got two different, you know, I have my brights on at all time, but you see bright lights coming at you. You don't know how fast I'm coming. I could be doing the speed limit. I could be doing 10, 15 over the speed limit. You don't know. So I always tell my
Yeah, froze up.
I know.
Love chattier.
I am a chatty person.
Yeah.
I am helping with an internship for a Kentucky Pride show that is filmed here locally in Lexington, Kentucky, and I'm working with a graduate from Sullivan University.
Well, I love having Joan here. She's our intern from Sullivan. She's just come in and been willing to do any job. No job is too big or too small. It's just great to have somebody who's been through the same experience with me. And also, I remember being at Sullivan and looking for an internship myself and wanting something just a little bit outside of the box. I love doing a restaurant internship, but I also wanted something that was related to food media. So I hope we're satisfying that desire as well.
I chose Sullivan University as my culinary school because it was always a passion and a love of mine, but I chose it because it was in my own backyard and it was an opportunity that I thought I couldn't pass up. To a local apiary today, and we will go to the marketplace and pick up the products, come back, and we're going to fix a honey glazed Cornish hen. We're going to do glazed carrots, and then we'll clean up and we will start up with another show.
So Joan and I are basically just testing some recipes today. So what happens is we figure out what's in season right now, what kind of Kentucky Proud produce is being grown, or what kind of Kentucky Proud products we want to feature. And then we just try to figure out and test some fun little recipes that are delicious, easy to prepare, and consumer friendly. We want people to watch the show, run out and buy everything, rush home and make it immediately. So we do a lot of just recipe testing, tweaking to the recipes, writing it. There's a lot that goes into every show. And then we have to shop everything and make it all look beautiful. And in the end, we have to cook it, but then we get to eat it too. So the crew is well fed, and the studio always smells good.
It does smell good.
The smells are always wafting in, so people wander in and out. What are you cooking up today? Well, Sullivan University has given me just a plethora of really great opportunities. I was able to travel with the team to go to the Olympics, the Summer Olympics in Beijing in August of '08, and then I actually returned to the Winter Olympics in February of 2010 and was able to go to Vancouver as well. And then later that year, I started filming a show for Cooking Channel, which is nationwide. Cooking Channel is Food Network's sister station, so I film a show with them. It's called From the Kitchen's Lab, and it airs every Sunday morning, and then it's also rerun throughout the week. And then I also was presented with this wonderful local opportunity, which we are in the set kitchen now at Fox 56, where we filmed the Kentucky Proud Kitchen. Go for it. Don't be scared. You never know what's around the corner. If you do what you love, then all kinds of opportunities will make themselves available.
Sure, it's summer, but it's also time to think about school. If it's been years since you attended college, or if it's your first time around, Sullivan University is hosting a college readiness series at its Center for Learning in Fort Mitchell. Find out what it takes to be successful in school while still balancing a busy life. You'll also get the scoop on online learning, plus strategies to help you study smarter. This free series starts August 4th. Get all the details at sullivan.edu/nky.
Quality medical treatment depends on many helping hands. The hands of nurses, rad techs, surge techs, and others, all working together to provide the best possible care. Lending your helping hand to this network of care begins at Spencerian College. In the medical field, the health of others is in your hands. Trust Spencerian to prepare you for that responsibility. Spencerian College, educating a new network of care.
Today we are at the VEX World Robotics Championship. So we have over 1,000 teams here in Louisville, Kentucky competing to be called the world champion of robotics.
I feel like I'm in the smartest room in America. I'm surrounded by so much talent, so much imagination. It is just mind-blowing. I'm walking around here covered with goosebumps.
Well, the VEX Robotics Conference is extremely important for us because it gives us an opportunity to display some of the new technologies that we're building in our advanced manufacturing robotics labs, and talk to people like we've met the head of education and training at the Ford Louisville Assembly Plant. So everybody that's anybody and knowing anything about the technology and robotics is out here, and to be able to have that venue, to be able to talk to them, tell them about Sullivan Tech and the programs that we're offering and the new technologies that we're getting involved in on a daily basis is extremely important to us.
All of our advanced manufacturing technology students are here over the next few days, and they're volunteering. They're volunteering from everything from refereeing, inspection, judging. We have our department chair, Corey Lewison, and full-time faculty member Ken Rudolph also here. Corey's doing over 40 hours of volunteer work over the next few days, all to make it happen here at Sullivan Tech and with VEX Robotics.
It's so amazing. This is something we have to be involved with every year. We've got to show people the possibilities. That's the thing, you just have to enable their imaginations.
He says he wants to be a chef. He would rather watch Food Network than Cartoon Network sometimes.
I made egg rolls and cookies and wontons.
3 years ago he was diagnosed with ALL, leukemia, and about a year after that he got to go to Disney World to be a chef at the Lady and the Tramp restaurant, and he was so excited with that. We got in touch with Sullivan University, and they were so willing to help Aiden today to relive that experience. And this coming Thursday, he actually finishes his last chemo treatment for his 3-year journey, and so we're celebrating everything being over and him being cancer-free.
Today we're hosting Aiden in the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and these guys are over here right now. They're making wontons, and we're going to make some wonton soup with Aiden. We made egg rolls already, or we rolled them, and we still have to cook them. And then a little bit before that, Aiden worked with some students to make some almond cookies, and then we're going to finish all that off with a pork stir-fry, pork and vegetable stir-fry. Aiden already told us that he likes hot dogs the best. We didn't have any hot dogs, but we have some pork, and within it, that's about the closest thing we can get to hot dog stir-fry. We're blessed and honored that Aiden's come to spend this time with us. I'm blessed and honored that I have such wonderful students here to help, and I hope that he's enjoying that. I'm sure that he is. He's got a pretty big smile on his face today. So.
We just appreciate the support and everything that our friends and family have done to help us through these 3 years of getting through his fight against cancer.
My day's been fun and good and happy.
Conflict costs U.S. companies $350 billion each year. Learn how to handle it with a degree in conflict management from Sullivan University.
Hello, my name is Todd Haynes. I'm the Vice President of Human Resources for PharMerica. We have over 118 pharmacy locations. We have 1,500 pharmacists, and we are located throughout the United States.
My name is Stephanie Myers, and I'm the Pharmacy Director at PharMerica in Louisville. PharMerica is a long-term care pharmacy, which means we fill prescriptions for patients residing in nursing homes. At our current location, we fill about 3,000 prescriptions a day. Company-wide, we fill about 35 million prescriptions a year.
Our long-term care business is really focused on nursing homes, anything that's related to long-term pharmacy prescription drugs.
PharMerica Pharmacy values our relationship we have with Sullivan.
There's a shortage of pharmacy techs, so we've really been focusing with Sullivan in trying to find highly qualified students, and we've been able to identify some very great candidates.
A pharmacy technician is an associate that's going to assist in the day-to-day functions that make the pharmacy run. They may be assisting in data entry, they may be answering the phones, they may be compounding IV medications or non-sterile medications. They're also doing the basic dispensing of the oral medications.
We find the Sullivan students extremely prepared. We think that because of the accelerated program that's offered at Sullivan with the 3-year program, the work ethic that the people come out of is really strong. They're very well focused, they're really driven, and so it really helps us tremendously in terms of getting them acclimated to the PharMerica culture.